Well, hello and good afternoon to everybody. How are you doing today? A little bit late, sorry about that. I shall explain my day in just a second. It's been quite eventful today. Hi Shelley, Anne and Sherry and Karina and hi Lisa. Stephanie, Bonnie, Michelle, Dominica on YouTube, and who have we got on Facebook today? We have Viv and Trisha and Anita and Christina and Tracy and Sam and Viv again and Tracy and Anita. I think I've scrolled over again. Hi Christina, hi Jane, hi Sue, hi Brenda, Jackie, Josie, Mandy, Alan, Denise. Hello to everybody. Sorry if I missed any of you. We've got a little bit of a new studio affair going on here. Not quite finished yet, so I'm not going to give you a tour as yet. There's still a lot of tweaking to be done. We are joined today by Ms. Bob. Bobbin. Hey, Bobbin. She's not talking to me. We've had a rather bad day today. Bobbin. Bob. Hey. You're not talking to me. Are you not? Because you've had a boring day today, haven't you? So, I went down to the office this morning, which is about an hour and a half's drive away from home, and I was doing some orders and I had to pick some things up for tomorrow, and lost my car key. So I packed everything back into the car that I needed. I went really early this morning, took Bobbin with me, so came out of the office, opened the car door right outside the office, put Bobbin inside the car, shut the door, came inside, slung a load of stuff in the boot, couldn't find the key. Gone. So I was there for a couple of hours looking for it, emptied all the post out, emptied the bins, went round the whole 3 floors of our office on my hands and knees just in case, even looked down the loo, couldn't find it. So eventually Gary had to drive all the way down with the spare key for me. I know. Is an angel. So we were very late coming back and I'm very disorganised, so I do apologise about that. I'm going to make some bunting, but I was going to have most of the string made up before I came here and I haven't done anything. So literally came back, came down here, set up, and here we are. So I have bought some fabrics back to show you though. Hello Margaret, hot chocolate weather in Hertfordshire, a bit like that here. Actually it's sunny, it is sunny, so it's a bit fresh though. New mask, where's that Lynn? And who was that? Oh, hello, Jane in Alabama. Linda's in Runcorn. Saranji is that in India. Hello to you. Welcome along. Amanda, she's lovely. Look, she's proper sulking at me now. Look, you kept me down in the office all day, and I was confused, and it was boring, and I haven't got a window to look out of because they're too high. You had lots of chews though, didn't you? You were spoilt a bit. Bit spoilt. But she's very sleepy because normally sleeps in the morning. Didn't get a chance to, not today, so that's my kind of day. What's your kind of day been like? There's always worse things that can happen, isn't there? Things happen for a reason. Hello Victoria, Michigan, and who's in Kuwait? Raja, hello to you. Did you check the bolts of fabric for your key? Might be in the file. I went everywhere, Christian. We've got quite a stack of shelves with rolls on, and Megan, if you're there, I don't think she is, eventually got around to trying to colour match some fabric for you. I got all the blooming rolls off the shelves just to check, just in case. I'm going to be making a little bag from the yoga mat bag project. That's a nice idea. Deborah's making some comfort hearts while watching TV. Grey and miserable in Croydon. It is dog walking weather. She's not going to get one today. We don't go out in the dark. Wet and windy in Glasgow. Hi Tracy, Hazel, Amanda in Herne Bay, Cheryl's in Dubai. All over the place, aren't we? Anne's in Gloucester. Oh, Megan, we haven't got anything that matches that fabric perfectly. There's the deep red of the plains that is kind of okay, but there's just nothing that we've got in plain apart from white that goes with that fabric, I'm afraid. And I checked my whole body just in case it had fallen down my top or something. Thing is, I've got a keyless car, so if it's anywhere on me, I even checked Bobbin's harness. If it's anywhere on me or on anything in the car would start. If the key is in the car anywhere, the car would start, and it didn't start, so it's not in the car. So Gary turned the place inside. It is lost, so if anybody finds my key, let me know. Oh, well done, Jane. Hope you like it. Cold in Colorado, 28 Mama. Janet's in Long Island in New York. Oh no, poorly pooch Helen's got. Lettuce and fresh chicken and rice tea. Oh, I'll give her a big hug from all of us. Lots of positive thoughts, please, for Paulie Pooch. Helen's Paulie Pooch. Let's wish her better again. Anyway, let me show you some stuff. I haven't shown you these yet, but they're going ever so well. Oh, bit hot, bit hot. So, remember we brought you my pets collection when it first launched, with a free denim blue fabric. Couldn't get hold of any more of the denim blue, but we've managed to get hold of the fabric again. So we have put together, oh, that's a long way out, isn't it? Let me just zoom that in a little bit so you can see me wires and everything. Oh, that's, oh, it's got a mind of its own, this one. See, I press it in and it just wants to come back out again. Look at that. Oh, you might have to, let me just do that. You might have to just put up with this being a long way off, because this camera seems to just have a mind of its own at the moment. Oh, look, there's me. Right, can't help that, I'm afraid. That's the way that we're going to have to be, because if I try and zoom in, look, if I zoom in like that, let's zoom in. Now it's not playing up, look. It may well zoom out all on it. So there we go, see. Out we go. Oh, right out we go. Okay. Looks like that's how we're going to have to stay for now. I told you it's one of those days today. These things happen, don't they? Anyway, you can see what I've got. These are 1/2 meters of, let me just move this out of the way so at least it looks half tidy. You see this, Gary, if you're watching? It just has a mind of its own. And that looks dusty, doesn't it? 5 1/2 meters with this time a free Confederate blue. Couldn't get hold of any of the Confederate, which actually goes very well with this one. So they're not available on their own, I'm afraid. Only in these 1/2 meter bundles. We haven't got any of the fabrics on their own at all. So we've got the cats. Can't remember what they're called. I think it's Cats on Lilac. This one is Playing in Leaves. This one is Dash Hounds, and then I just need to shuffle things around a bit because I can't see YouTube. Hi Karen, Lois, Shirley and Alison. And then my bunting is going to be a little bit different though, I think, today. That one is Cats Relaxing, and this one is, I think it's called In the Garden. And then you've got your free Confederate. So they're 112 centimetres wide, 1/2 metre in total, and you get that free 1/2 metre of Confederate blue as well. We're not going to be able to put together any more of these. So we've got quite a few. If you want to wait till payday, you might be all right. So we have got quite a few. But it seems like Sewing Street's taken up most of the fabric. Can't get any more at the moment. Video's not freezing here. We're okay going out from this end at the moment. Anyone else freezing on YouTube? We have full signal going out from here, so I don't know what that is. Bonjour from the Limousin, says Jan. Hello. Wet and windy in Tipperary. Hello, Sonia. That's that. Now we've also been asked for Easter fabrics, and we haven't got any new coming in, but we've got so many fabrics that are suitable for Easter. I thought I'd show you some of them. So I've gone for kind of the pastels and the yellows and the blues, and I have had to write down what these are called because we've got so many of them. This, I'm going to try and zoom in again because you're way away there. Let's have a look if we can do that. Oh, it seems okay for now. We'll see what happens in a second. Hello Christine in Australia, and hello Anne. This one, because you know I like to match things, goes so well with the pale blue cotton. So Happy Feelings Butterflies Poplin, this one, and it also goes really well with the orange. It would match really well with the coral as well. But I think those three together, if you're thinking about Easter baskets and Easter bags, who wants more bob shots? There you go, Elizabeth, there's a bob shot. It's a bob bum shot. That's probably the best you're going to get today. We've got loads of planes on the website actually, if you want to have a look through. Loads of planes. So that is your Happy Feelings Butterflies blue. And then we have Easter eggs. This is a pretty one. And there's so many colours to match with in here. But I was thinking the yellow, that's like the gold, I can't remember what it's called. Not the sunshine yellow, it's the other one. Or the cerise pink. That would make a nice basket, wouldn't it? Do you do much sewing for Easter? I know I've been making little baskets and things. Kim was saying she would if she had a garden. She lives in an apartment. Make baskets for Vienna and hide things around the garden. We do it here. Have Easter egg hunts for them. So is that something that you do? Let's show you. Oh, this is a pretty one. Now this one is, can't remember what that one's called. Small flowers, one day hedgerow, one day Easter egg cotton. Small flower salmon. Quite obvious really when you think of it. And that one goes really nicely with the coral. Either of the corals that we've got on the website. I just think those are so pretty. Would go with a darker colour as well. You've got a little bit of Confederate in there. There's a little bit of turquoise. So, you know, lots of colours you can pick up on if you are mixing and matching, like I try to do. The cushion on my left, Liana, is next month's Half Yard Club main project. So I'll show you in more detail on Saturday when we do the Half Yard Club Facebook Live, but that is crumb quilting and self-binding, and it's all individual hexagons. There's a thing about hexagons at the moment. So with this one you will have the video to go with it as well, and that's going to be released on the Half Yard Club on the 1st of the month. Having problems making bow ties. What's your problem with the bow ties, Alan? They're really simple. It's just two pieces of fabric sewn together and then turned the right side out. What's your problem? When making bunting, I don't know of any sprays to make things waterproof, Lorraine. There is the Odie coat, which I think is waterproof. The overhead camera's freezing, is it? Don't know why. Sorry about that. Just sometimes you just have days like these, don't you? These are lovely. We've got a couple of fabrics from this department. Hello Mary in North Carolina. And we've got sheep. Is that frozen? We'll have to have a look at these things when you have things new, isn't it? This is Farm Day Sheep from Dashwood Studio, and that I thought went well with the Confederate. We do have greens. I mean, we've got a nice forest green that'll just about pick up on there, but the Confederate is just the same colour as the sheep's head, so I think that works really well. And oh, hello Norma in Missouri. Hello to you too. Do you like that cushion, Sarah? I think it's lovely. I think it's quite striking, and it's the same technique as the sewing machine mat that that you noticed last week. Car key is probably stuck inside the overhead. I wish it was. My car key is somewhere 140 miles away, or however far the office is. We do have some little ducks fabric left, but not a lot. So this is a poplin, and this I think would go very nicely with the sunshine yellow, but it would also go very nicely with the green. So if you can fit 3 colours onto your project, I think they go really well together. Sayana's in British Columbia in Canada. Hello, welcome to you. Right, and only a few more. We've got chickens too. These are the Farm Days ones. So the same fabric as the sheep, but this time we've got chickens, and denim goes very nicely. But you could pick up on the combs of the chickens and go for a red with that as well. And of course white. We've got white on the website too. Maybe it's in the fridge. I didn't go in the fridge. I didn't even go in the kitchen while I was there. I'd be amazed if it was in the fridge, because that door was never opened. Where's my owl prowl? Owl prowl's a nice floral. I say flowers for Easter because it's kind of springtime, isn't it? So this one, that feels nice. This is really nice quality fabric. So that's owl prowl with purple. Oh yes. We're making bunting today, Muslima. But oh, I just dropped that one. also goes rather nicely with the deep red. So those are two of those plain cottons that we have so many of on the website. Okay, we've only got a couple of more. This is honestly such a small selection of fabric. When I had so many questions about Easter, have we got anything specifically for Easter? We do, but just when I was looking around the warehouse, and actually we've got so many florals and pretty fabrics that would look lovely at Easter time that aren't necessarily too novelty and childish. So I thought that might be quite nice. I think quite a nice thing to look at. Look, my clothes are falling off and everything now. Hello, Michelle. Car keys probably in the place where odd socks and Tupperware lids go. Oh yes, but along with the other keys from cars that I don't own anymore, it's probably in there. La Paz in Bolivia. Hello, Monica. Welcome along. Is it Sarah's daughter's birthday today? Happy birthday to Sarah's daughter. The key, it wouldn't have fit in my boots. I think I might feel that. I was there for hours. I was ever so late coming back. Hello, Mina in in India. Look, we have rabbits. So this one is metallic white bunnies because the gold is actually metallic. And yes, we've got a pale pink that goes perfectly. I wouldn't put any other colour with that one. I think that just goes so well. So very Eastery, I would say, for this one. And we'll have a couple more. Can't remember what this one's called. Hold the line a second, I'm just looking for the name of it. I didn't write it down, I can't remember the name of that one. I did a project for this actually for my Half Yard Spring book, and I used the royal blue poplin to go with it. That worked really well, but I didn't write that one down. So moving on. What about watering cans? It's all these yellows and blues colours, isn't it, that reminds me of Easter. And that one, Confederate goes nicely. Any of the oranges or even the pale pink, there's a bit of pale pink in that one, that would go nicely with that as well. So anyway, that'll do. Oh no, one more. Art Gallery Fabrics. This one is Olivia Duquet or Dulcet, and look at that. Oh, with the coral, that's beautiful, those two. Anyway, that's it for fabric. So nothing brand new for you today, but I just wanted to encourage you to have a look around the website, because when you first go on, you get all of the new ins unless you look for something specific. But we've actually got over 950 lines on there now. So if you're looking for something specific, you can kind of put the details into the search bar, but just spend a while having a peruse. A lot of these are on sale as well, and just have a look at some of those fabrics that we have. One day we shall open, not in the premises we are now because we're not allowed, but one day we shall open so you can come in and literally have a browse around the whole place, and then you'll see, you know, how much we've actually got there. Now then, there was a question. If you've got any questions, come and ask them, won't you? I saw something about mixing. Lisa needs a first-year-old hug. Teddy went to his new home yesterday. Took 2 hours to get in from under the bed. Oh, virtual hug for Lisa, missing her cat. Oh, Susan's 48-year wedding anniversary today. Had a lovely steak meal, finishing off with me and my pudding. Congratulations, Susan. Sorry, there was a question about mixing fabrics and I didn't catch it in time, I'm afraid. Oh, Helene, can I mix polycotton with 100% cotton, polycotton as a lining? No problem, absolutely not. When polycotton as a lining is the perfect fabric. So yes, you might find a walking foot helps because your polycotton might be a little bit slippy compared to your cotton. But don't rush out. No, and she was looking the other day. Jubilee fabrics just seem to be out. Can't get hold of them anywhere. We'll keep trying, but at the moment, I know you're always looking on the website, Laura. Did you get your book, by the way? Congratulations. Love it when you chat to each other like that. Does it ever make the Facebook comments a bit bigger because you're very small out there? I can hardly see you. Can you be bigger for me? a YouTube video of the storage office. What cheese do you need to... Oh. What cheese do you need to hide a horse? A mascarpone? I don't know. Should we do some bunting? Now, I've got this idea for a bit of red, white and blue, but I was going to make up half the bunting because it's all the same, isn't it, over and over again? But you don't get the effect until the whole thing's done. So, but I didn't have time because I lost my key. Just red, white and blue plain. Yep, I'm going to do, I've got the geometric red blender, and then I've got a white with, it's the white pebbles actually, and then I've got a royal blue poplin, and I'm going to use some fusible fleece as well, because I do want it to be different. There's bunting all over the place. So it's nice to have a bit of bunting that's not the same as anybody else's bunting. But I haven't done this before, so it might turn out rubbish. You never know. So I'm going to start off with my... I'll just do a couple of pennants or so and see how we go. Started off with my H640. Yes, Debbie, that is the Half Yard Club project for next month. It's Half Yard Club Saturday. Oh, I'm glad you like it, Laura. Yeah, Half Yard Club Day on Saturday, so I shall show you in more detail, but that's going to be your main project, and that'll have the video with it. Could have done with my longer ruler, but so I've been having a shufty around, so I can't find it. Now I need to zoom out. Just bear with this camera a minute because it's got a mind of its own. See, no, there's it's doing it all by itself again. Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't. Yes, you do. No, you don't. Go in. The zooming out is nothing to do with me. I'm just trying to zoom in, and out, and all the way out. Great. Okay, well, as you can see what I'm doing. Shape of the Queen. So if I was that talented, I'm cutting a 6-inch strip. So normally I'd have my longer ruler, but this one will be fine. And I'm going to cut the triangles from the fleece. That's what I'm going to do. Because I want it to be frayed around the edge, I'm going to go for a shabby chic kind of affair. So we'll save that for later. Right. The easiest way to cut bunting, if your fabric is non-directional or you're cutting through fleece like this, is to get your rotary cutter ruler and mat. So mine's 6 inches down, and I'd kind of like it to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 inches across the top as well. So I'm going to cut from the top corner to 3 inches in. That went a little bit wobbly. I should stand up really. And then I'm going to stand up for this one. And then I'm going to go my 6 inches across and cut down to the same point, and 6 inches across the bottom. Is that right? So I'm lining that corner up with that corner. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. Now I'm doing 5 inches, aren't I? 5 inches across the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's better. That's more of a triangle shape, isn't it? Let's do that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can see, although one of the triangles is upside down every time you cut this, it saves an awful lot of fabric or fleece. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if you're cutting your fabric like this, it's really quick and it means you don't actually waste anything. If you've got a directional fabric, that's a different kettle of fish. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because you will waste every upside down pennant. That'll do for now. Oh, I sneezed. So you can go there. Blue in the background, is it not? Let's switch the iron on. I thought it was only 4 because that's a little diddy one, isn't it? I'll put that, I'll use that for something else. Had to do nanny school run. Phew, says Linda. Bunting is a string of decorative flags or pennants. That's right. As you in America, you call it garlands. Do you know what it's called? Bunting. It's actually a rude word originally in the Navy. Whoever it was whose job it was to pull the flag up was called Bunts as a nickname, and it's quite rude apparently. So bunting comes from the word bunts. Naughty nickname. Right. I'm going to I'm gonna have a go at this again. No, that's not going to work. I'm going to put my pennants on here, but I'm leaving a little bit of gap, not across the top. That's my selvage. That's not quite triangular either, is it? Because I'm going to just using a bit of steam with this. Not normally too happy being this way around, but at least I can see where I'm going with it. No, really not happy that way. Let's do this then. I'm leaving a bit of a gap, because I want a frayed edge around it. So let's just pop it on this way. Could have put a little bit of spray glue on first to make sure that I've got them in the right place, but that will do. S. Harlight's question, hang on a minute. We're getting so many questions. Where are we? S. Harlight. How far back am I? Oh, the join today button for joining the Half Yard Stone Club isn't working. Is there somewhere else to click in order to join? I've had a look but I can't find anything. Oh! I've not heard of that happening before. Could you drop them an email? I don't deal with the admin or the tech side of that website at all. It's got its completely own separate team from SearchPress, who should be there right now because they're working down in the office in Tunbridge Wells. So if you drop them an email at info@halfyardsewingclub.com, and just let them know that you can't get the button to work, they'll be able to do it for you, and that will alert them to take a look, or get the web team to find out what's going on with that as well. So sorry about that. I've no idea what happened there. I've not heard of that one. So it is info@halfyardsewingclub.com, and somebody will get back to you, hopefully straight away. Right. So I'm going to cut in between. Well, let's cut. We'll do about 1/2 inch. I think that'll be enough. 1/2 inch bigger, just around the top and the bottom. Oh, sorry, just around the bottom points. And the top can be cut straight up against the edge. Whoops, that went a bit wobbly. So I've got that. And I've got that. And that's not quite straight, and I'm not worried because I'm going to try and fray it anyway. Because this is cut on the bias cut woven cotton will go fluffy. If it's cut on the weave, it will eventually fray, but bias cut fabrics won't fray, so they'll just go a little bit fluffy, which is quite a nice look. Okay, now these ones, I'm going to cut 2 triangles for the back of this to the same size. I might be a little bit wasteful here. I'm sure there's a more economical way. But it'll be fine for now. So I'll just do 2 of these. I might do a few more for a YouTube video later. Well, that fits quite nicely there, doesn't it? Snip across the top. Okay, and I put a bit of fusible fleece in there because I just think it gives it a really nice, heavy, 3-dimensional, expensive kind of look. I can move my mat out of the way now. I don't need that anymore at the moment. Yes, bunting today. We're going to do Union Jack bunting.
coffee?
Oh, yes, please. I've got a problem zooming in.
Oh no.
Because whenever I zoom in, it just zooms straight back out again.
Maybe he doesn't want to zoom in.
Oh, thank you. I don't know.
I don't know what to do about that.
I can zoom right in, so everything's that big. But yes, it just decides to zoom out again. So we're very wide on the overhead. It's all right. We can see what we're doing.
You need me to intervene?
I don't need intervention, thank you. We'll be fine for now. We're fine, aren't we, for now?
Give me a shout, you do.
Oh dear. Right, okay. So we're blue in the background. She says trying to think what a Union Jack looks like. And white and then red, aren't we? Hello, Donna. Gin and black in that mug. gin and black. Ooh. So white next. Now with these I'm going to tear them. So let's get the edge of that. And I'm tearing it because I wanted to fray a bit. You know, doesn't not a lot, but it'll fray quite nicely, I think. Now let's make these about 1 inch apart. Will that be enough? 1.5 inches? Let's do 1 inch. Let's do 1 inch and 1/4. And we'll need 1, 2. I reckon 3 strips of that will do it. And another thing with this, it's only bunting. You could use a bit of old sheet or anything, couldn't you? And I'm just going to encourage a little fraying along the sides, just again so it goes a little bit fluffy. It's a little bit wider, but I don't mind that. And a little bit of frayage there. So we'll need one of those. Correct me if I'm getting this wrong, won't you? One of those. Oh no, we need all of them, don't we? I think we need all of them. We need the whole star effect going on. Well, I can't see much of that blue now. Maybe I'll make them a bit narrower. Let's make these 1 inch wide. Can you tell I'm making this up as I go? Hello, Nurten, is that in Turkey? I've never been to Turkey. That's a bit better, isn't it? Then we'll need the red. Maybe we'll do that one a bit thinner as well. I have to say this is not going to be a 100% accurate Union Jack. It is a stylised version. That got me out of that one, didn't it? Right. So I was just reading your comments. Oh goodness, I can just see myself ripping fabric like that. Disaster alert. Let's see how that's looking. I'm going to have another go. Oh no. Nope, not having any of it. Funny, isn't it? Okay, so that little one. That's a little bit more like it, is it not? Then we'll have some red, which needs to be narrower. So let's rip off this selvage to start with. And we'll go about 1/2 inch with these. Ooh, we didn't like that very much. Might have to iron that. It's curling a bit. We'll do a few of those. Oh, Hazel's off to bed. It's 3:35 a.m. Going to catch up later on. I'll try and do something for YouTube. It might not be for tomorrow. Me and Kim have got meetings with our publisher, and we've got in fact we're full of meetings all day tomorrow, but we get a free lunch, so that's nice. we've got half-yard club meetings, so that'll be updates and production meetings and project ideas and things like that, because we've got everything sorted up until July, so I imagine we're going to be talking about the rest of the year. So that's plans going forward. I've got a whole list of books that have been suggested to me that'll keep me going probably for about the next 10 years. And Kim has a few ideas for her second book as well, even though first one's not out yet. So that's all quite exciting stuff. So that's what we're doing tomorrow. And then Friday is office day, and then Friday night going out for dinner. Yeah? Being taken out for dinner by my hubby. And then Saturday we'll be here. But I am winging it, actually, Deborah. Yes, I've got an idea in my mind. This is the way that it works, though, isn't it? Got an idea in your mind, so you do it. And sometimes it works, and sometimes it just doesn't. And no. Oh, yeah, that's it. Sunday and Monday is Stitches, so that's a CHSI trade show. And normally they have their awards there, and I, because I won some, you know, and they have a little award ceremony and pick out and give you certificates and everything. So it's very nice. But no, I haven't heard others actually doing it. I've still won it, whether I get the award or not. If I got a certificate or not, okay, I won it. Yeah. Maddie book lease has been put back. Nothing to do with me. It's to do with the design team down at Search Press. They've got too much work on, so I get put to the back. So November the 1st, Maddie book now. Joe. Oh, hi, Joe. I don't know. It's a new restaurant, don't you know, in Stamford, and I think it might be French, but I don't really know. Did I email you, Joe? I got that much going on in my little head today. I jumped in the car, and by the time I got home, I got about 48 emails. Second choice, please. The one that you recommended. I shall email you after. He has booked it, Susan. It's been booked since he tried to book it about a month ago. Is my pincushion book being resurrected? Oh, is that the e-book? That's still going, isn't it? No plans to do an actual book, Nancy, at the moment. Parcel on its way to you today. Only the 1st of November, though, Lisa. It's only the 1st. Oh, Kate's got a job interview tomorrow. What's it for, Kate? Let's all think of Kate for tomorrow and will her to get the job. My lad's going to be out of work before long. Anyway, he's not the only one. These shopping channels shutting down all over the place. So these things happen, don't they? So I'm just, these were curling up a little bit at the ends. So I'm just squishing them back down again. Oh, Geraldine's got a crafting weekend with 2 friends. That's nice. Bonnie, do you mean Bobbin? Bobbin's here, look. Fast asleep. See, she normally sleeps. In fact, she sleeps in the window and just wakes up when people walk past. And that's not a photo. That is Bobbin. See, she's awake. So no, she normally sleeps one morning, but because of this rather eventful day we had today, she hasn't got any sleep, and she doesn't sleep she worries in the car. She sits on the seat next to me, shaking for the whole time that she's in the car, and and I think in her little mind, there's 3 reasons why you get into the car. There's going to see my eldest son who's got a dog, which is yes. There's going to the office, which is, oh, well, it's better than being at home on my own. Or it's going to the vet. So she must get into the car thinking, what's it going to be? What's it going to be? Where are we going? Where are we going? So literally the whole hour and a half's journey down there, she shakes all the way down. I don't know, Karen, I haven't been asked. I haven't got any plans. I think if they do any book shows, I might guest a book show if they ask me to. I don't know. I don't know. We'll wait and see what happens. Am I not going to Oundle, Jean? Are you telling me or asking me? Elizabeth, it is a she and her name's Bobbin. It had to be a Sown related name, didn't it? No, we'll see what happens. If my books are on the craft store, I'll go to the craft store. My fabrics, I know that the pets fabrics are launching on Sewing Street on the 6th of March. So I'm quite happy to pop into different channels when they ask me to. I'm just not tying myself to anybody. I'm just looking for five spray, which is down there. I can do what I want. That's right, what do you call a bob? That's fine. We always call a bob. Maddie on pre-order. It should be on pre-order, Dawn. Should be on Amazon and on the Search Press website. Should be. Haven't looked, but it should be. Looking forward to that one. Anyway, let's get on with it. So, I'm nearly out of that. Let's get some more of that. So a bit of spray. Make sure you spray away from your sewing machine. And I'm just going to do north and south white first of all. You know, this rate probably only get as far as making one. I'm rabbiting away so much at the moment. And that one. Right across the middle. Could be a little bit more frugal there, couldn't I? Or we could do a bit of wonk. A nice bit of wonky going on. I tell you what, Lisa, I'll show you the doll's house on Saturday if you're around on Saturday. And I'm getting quite ahead with these projects, and my editor is quite impressed with me, I think. She hasn't said she is, but she must be, because I'm normally right up to the deadline. So next month, crumb quilting and self-binding, and the cushion cover and the sewing machine mat's just an idea for you. And then the secondary project is going to be the dollhouse, which is quite big, it's a nice one. And then next month the main project will be a craft folder, and halfway through the month you're going to get Walter and Wendy. And I've done them all. Oh, I'm glad you'll be there, Lisa. I shall show you. No, I didn't get a new dress, Laura. I'm having problems fitting into them at the moment, to be honest. Hello, Rachel. She's got Bobbin, my aim with her. Oh, she's got a kitten called Bobbin. Oh, how are you doing? I've seen you for ages. We used to have some nice shows on Sewing Street, didn't we? Didn't get any sewing done. Okay, so now we do red down the middle, methinks. I may be getting this Union Jack completely wrong. Normally things like this you have a picture for reference, don't you? But I haven't. That'll do. Well, it kind of looks the part, doesn't it? Even if it's not 100% accurate. So we're doing all right. And that one can go across there. If you just join me, sorry about this incredibly wide angle picture that we've got here, where you can see everything, including my monitor stand, because my camera today is having a mind of its own and will not zoom in. I'll show you. Look. I zoom in. And it, look, not me, zooms out all on its own. Snip those. It's quite enjoyable, this. Actually, I'm quite enjoying this project. It's probably because the first time I've done it and it actually looks quite nice. Let's go across that way. So we'll need these two going on next. Looks like a proper craft table here today, doesn't it? Oh, Helene, craft, she wants a craft folder. I can't show you this early. I shall be in trouble showing you projects that early, but I will show you the next month's projects. And this one goes across there. Have I got it right? Thanks, Alan. I didn't know whether this cross goes behind that one or in front of it, but I'm doing it this way anyway. I shall no doubt be corrected if it's wrong. I don't really care. Right, like that. It's only a bit of bunting. It's not going to be flying outside the palace, so I'm not too worried. Okay, then I think this one needs to be a bit narrower, and it's to one side, isn't it? And I think it's the clockwise side. It is the other way, isn't it? It has that on the top. Well, should we do it right? Let's see what it looks like that. So if we do that and that, that. And that, see, if I'd got myself organised and lost my keys, then I would have looked at a picture and got this accurate. Okay, I think do this spray. I think we do this, and it is just to one side like that, isn't it? I may be completely. I'm sure there's some of you looking at pictures of Union Jacks as we speak, that screaming at your TVs saying, "No, got it really wrong." Then are we there? And then there. Does that look about right? And then this one over the top. Look, I'm all glued up completely now. Look, I'm going to be so sticky. There. That looks more like it, doesn't it? And then there, like that. Does that look about right? I think that looks okay, that, doesn't it? Just need to make that one a little bit shorter, I think. Oh, look, now I'm trying to be too accurate with it now. There. I think that is a jolly good representation of the Union Jack. If I say so myself off the top of my head, I think that's going to be absolutely fine. Let's trim these edges back. And then we'll sew it together. See, things turn out all right sometimes, don't they? See, when I do the YouTube video, it's going to be looking like I've made this every day for the whole life. It's going to look so professional. Right, and I'm going to take the backing piece and stick these two together as well. So I'm running out of glue. Thank you, Laura. Thank you, Debbie. It's going to be all right. So I don't know what I don't know how would be in the States, Nancy, making all those 50 stars to go on your flag. Right, so let's stick those two together. Just need to trim that back a little bit. It seems my bottom triangle is a little bit bigger than my top one. Okay, now I'm not going to sew all of those in place because I'm now going to sew around the edge of the oh, you can hear the birds, around the edge of the fleece. I can feel where that is. So remember, the fleece was a little bit smaller than the outside triangle, and I'm hoping that, and maybe just a couple of stitches across the front will hold the whole lot in place. 52, sorry Geraldine, 52 stars. Should have known that. Right. So I'm just going to sew down the middle piece. And then we'll go around the edge. And it's nice again having the fleece in the centre. When you sew through it like this, it gives a really nice quilted kind of look. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it, Louise. I wish I was a little more organised with it, but I think you get why I'm not now. Looks better than mine. We'll need a glass of wine to get that. Okay. So I've got that, and then I'm just going to sew again about ½ an inch in, or just up to the edge of that fusible fleece. Could use a bit of wadding, it doesn't have to be fleece, it's just that's happened to be what I had. There we go. So yes, I will do a YouTube video, but I just don't know when. Got a busy few days. I might be able to fit it in on Saturday afternoon after we've done the live. At least you've got plenty of time to make it, isn't it? Did anybody actually find out what day in June it is? Well, that's going to be cold now. Oh, I'm glad you're enjoying it. Do you know, sometimes, like I've already planned next Wednesdays. It's going to be a bag. I'll show you that on Saturday. Could have shown it you today. Already done, dusted, film prepped and everything, way ahead. And it's the one that is ad hoc that I'm not even sure if it's going to work or not. You're enjoying. I'm glad you are anyway. Work smarter, not harder. Joe, we were talking about that the other day. What I would do if I'd have prepped properly is to bring my scrubbing brush down, because again, it won't fray as such. It goes very, very fluffy. You could put it in the wash, but you know, it's bunting at the end of the day, isn't it? So woven fabric will fray where you can pull the whole strand down like I did before, but this just tends to go a little bit fluffy. But I like that. It looks really vintage. I did say shabby chic, didn't I? I hate that expression, but it kind of sums it up. A shabby chic piece of bunting. Now then, with the string, I'm only going to do the one because we'll be here all night. But I'll show you how I do the string to go across the top. I was going to do binding, not bias bind, just binding, but I think I'm going to tear it. I'm in that kind of mood. So let's just get myself one edge. No, I'm not sewing the top, Nina. I need to put the string across it. So I think what I should do, Fee, that's on its way to you, is cut a piece about an inch, or tear a piece about an inch, because I'm going to keep the frayed edge. I'm not going to make it neat. It's Friday the 3rd of June, for 4 days over the bank holiday. Thank you, Morag. So I've got plenty of time to make a whole string of bunting. So if I don't get round to doing this on Saturday, it may be next Wednesday actually before I can do it again. Do you know, I planned to retire when I was 60. That was the plan. Or maybe not retire completely, but just not work every day. That didn't work, did it? All right. Oh, thank you. That's what you were bringing me. So everyone thought you were bringing me a gin then?
A gin?
Yeah.
Is it a bit early?
Gin and black apparently is a thing to have.
Gin and black?
I don't know what the black is, coal or something. Yeah, brought me a scrubbing brush. Oh yeah, look at this. I wish you could see closely. And you can be really quite, do that all over. Oh, rock it out, love it. You can be really quite aggressive. Where are those cookies? See? It's not going to help me find them, but makes me feel a bit better. Actually, if you sewed all of them, then you've even got a bit of a detail on the back there as well, haven't you? If you see the back of the bunting. Do you know, I like this fabric for it as well, rather than the plain red. Kind of finishes it, doesn't it? Yay. Let's iron this in half. Never too early for a gin. Oh, I don't know. Lorraine retired last June. I don't think it's going to happen, Lorraine. I don't think I shall have that retirement. I don't know what I'd do if I did, to be honest. I'd probably sit and sew. No point in stopping then, is there? You know, people like to do their hobbies when they retire. Sewing. Just carry on sewing. So I'm just folding this in half. If you want to make it really neat, then I would use, well, I wouldn't use a scrubbing brush and fray all of the edges to start with. But binding, shop bought bias binding, because it's quite cheap. and just fold that over the edge would be good. Oh, I'm glad you like it, thank you. I'm just relieved it worked. This is what I normally do without a camera pointing at me, just having to play and see what happens and coming up with ideas, and sometimes they work and sometimes they don't. Just happen to be doing that live in front of you. Only another 50 years before Georgia retires. Oh. Do you know, it'll go like that, make the most of it. Oh, I sound like my mother. Lisa. Where does this me drinking all the time come from? It's all true. Okay, so I'm only going to sew the one on, obviously, because I've only made one. When you put this on, don't start right at the end of your string, because you need to tie it to something. So best to leave quite a long tail on one end, and then we're just simply going to pop that inside and then sew over the top. I'm not going to do it now because we need to, well, I could do, couldn't I? We need to sew right from the end for a start. So let's do that. So leave just enough space so you can actually pin it up or tie it up, or you know, whatever it is you're going to do. So I'd leave a good 12 inches if not more, and then when you've got all of your pennants made up, open it up, slip it inside and sew straight across. Like so. So you'll have a whole row of them, and I'd maybe leave them kind of an inch apart. I think would look quite nice. Don't leave them too far apart, or otherwise it's just going to look really gappy. Putting the retirement age up to what? Can't be any more than 66, surely. Nobody will retire. Pamela's retired 12 years ago. What'd you do? Neil says, oh, Sharon retired due to ill health, never been as busy. A bit like that for me. You know, give it working for people full time, and yeah, you might have time to make your own. That would be nice, Nikki, actually, wouldn't it? Making my own clothes. Yes, sewing for me. Very rarely sew for me. Bob is absolutely conked. Look at it. Oh, not that one. That one. I can hear little snoring noises. She's all curled up for the evening now. Bob, Bob, Bob in. Bob, Bob in. Hello. Just so you know, she's not a photograph. That is one tired dog. Oh, there are only 50 stars. I thought there were only 50. Not being American, I didn't want to question. Thanks, Anne. I'm glad you like it. Rosina's retired and wonder how she ever found time to work. My sister's retired. She took early redundancy a couple of years ago, and has taken up. What's it called? Like burning into wood with a hot pen, and she does the most amazing animal drawing. She's a very talented artist, is my sister, and making, what do they call it? Lead lighting, making things out of stained glass. She does all that kind of thing, and she sews. So retirement has certainly kept her very busy. Shattered mum is Jilly. Wood burning. Is that what it's called? Pyrography? I didn't know that. She has had a long day, Lorraine. We were up about 6 this morning. I know, it was a long day, wasn't it? And she's not an early riser, is my dog. Oh, you spin, Christine. Oh, that's nice. Sews, knits and spins. Yes, Elaine, you can watch it later on. This video will always be on YouTube, and it will always be on Facebook. So if you go back on Facebook and just take a look under videos, or it'll be there. It'll always be there, so you can go back and take a look later on. I shall carry on with that, because I do want to finish it, because I'm actually really pleased with it. So I'll carry on and do some more of those when I get time, and I will do a YouTube video for it in time for the Jubilee, but it probably won't be till next week. What is my sewing machine's on? Actually, Valerie, This is a crumb quilted sewing machine mat, and it's self-bound as well. So this is exactly the same technique as the cushion behind me, but using smaller hexagons. So this isn't the actual project. This is just an idea of what you can do. So this is a Half Yard Sewing Club project for next month. So on the 1st of March, which is only next week, isn't it? 1st of March you'll have the video, so a video about crumb quilting and about self-binding the hexagons, and then different ways of joining them together, because these are machine sewn, so it's very, very quick. It's just using a zigzag stitch, or you can hand sew them together, whichever you prefer. I've never done crumb quilting before, and I have to say I enjoyed it so much. It's quite time consuming, but it's really satisfying. Look, a fussy cut bobbin. And you can just keep adding to it, because it's all self-bound. Every one of these pieces is bound as you sew it. So if you've got a bigger sewing machine, or you want to make a table runner, and I was saying in the video as well, if you just have 7 hexagons, you've got a really nice placemat. So I'll give you the hexagon templates, and so the video of how to do the crumb quilting for the best effect, and how to self-bind the hexagons, and the templates for the hexagons, and your written instructions will all be on the 1st of March. So if you join up now for your £5.99, then you've got access to that. In fact, if you join up now, you've got access to 2 years worth of projects. That's 48 in total, as well as whatever you get next week when you tune in block of the month. I don't know what it is. I forgot to look. I can't remember. I'm sorry, Andrew. I can't remember what it is. I was going to look, wasn't I? I shall have a look for for Saturday, when I see you on Saturday if you're there, and I shall show you. Thanks, Helene. Spin, weave, knit, crochet, sewn has just started bobbing lace. Wow, Leslie, that's going to keep you busy. Will there be a kit? I haven't done a kit, Helene, for the crumb quilting. No, because it's using all the leftover scraps. I could send you my rubbish, but I normally send that to Fee. They're just small, probably 2 or 3 inches in size. So I have been saying over the last few weeks, save all your bits. I've saved all blue ones because I thought it'll look nice all in blue. But any bits of scraps are free. You don't have to have scraps. You can cut big pieces down to smaller. But the idea is that you cut it down. You use up your scraps. Sorry. Thank you, Linda. That's very kind of you. Thank you, Kate. I ordered an embroidery foot today so that I can do the wonky cushions. You love doing those. Sorry, who's that? Laura. You love doing those cushions. I don't do slow stitching very often, Karen, because it's slow, isn't it? There's always a deadline. I'm always pushed for time at the moment. That's just the way that it is. So relaxing. So, in fact, I suppose you could count smocking as slow stitching, couldn't you? And I do need to get on with that. So I'm glad you liked it, Belinda. Thank you very much. Okay, I'm going to pop off. How would you sew interchangeable knitting needle case? I'd have to think about that, Stephanie, and come up with a design. I don't know off the top of my head, I'm afraid. Right, so Saturday at 11 o'clock in the morning is when I'm going to be back with the Half Yard Sewing Club Facebook, on the Half Yard Sewing Club Facebook page, where we're doing the sew along, and the sew along is the little bag behind me here. So if you wanted to have a sew along with me, can't guarantee that I'd get any of these Easter fabrics to you before Saturday. In fact, I can't get them to you before Saturday because I'm not in the office again till Friday, because we're search press tomorrow. But if you've got some fabric, or you just want to come and have a watch, or have a sew along with different fabrics, or if you've ordered your fabric already, lots of you got that sheet fabric, that's a sew along. So if you wanted to have a look at the ingredients that you need, that's on my Facebook page, and it's on the Half Yard Club Facebook page, and I've messaged my subscribers on YouTube as well, so you should have your list of everything that you need there. Look under bobbin. You've got my keys, Bob. So that's Saturday. If you can't make it Saturday, oh, Rosina, I did, yes. I only picked it up this morning, and I love the idea. Can you send me a picture of your sketches? I was going to reply to you, but one of those days, I know, I bashed on about it. I don't have them very often, but it has been one of them. But yes, thank you. I did get your message. So if you can't make Saturday, then I shall see you again on Wednesday at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, and we're going to make a bag. I'll put a picture later on Facebook so you know what you're making. Bobbin eating it's quite a big key, Helene. It's like that. I think I might have noticed if she'd eaten that. Okay, so enjoy the rest of your week. See you on Saturday. That'll be 5 o'clock then, church bell striking. And thank you for joining me. It's been a nice afternoon, hasn't it? I'll see you again soon. Bye bye.